Valentine's Day is tomorrow, in case you weren't aware, and it is all about love, but beyond just the traditional, chocolates and gifts, the things you always think about, it's ultimately about showing up for your partner in meaningful ways. Dr. Eileen Palace, Director for the Center for Sexual Health, is here with 5 specific ways to express your love and affection, not just on Valentine's Day, but every day, but yes. This would be a good day to start.
It's a good starting point. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. And I love the first one because I think time and priority are 2 things that just in our world, that is a gift in itself. My goodness.
It's automatic. The longer you're in a relationship, inevitably you get wrapped up with the work and the career and the kids and the house and the social activities, and you let your partner go. And I've always thought of the metaphor was very good about a garden. You plant the seed, but if you only water it once a year, it's all going to go away. Right. So you have to sunshine and fertilizer and water. Relationships
say nice things to your plant.
Yeah, relationships take a lot of tending, and we think of our careers that way every day. I've got to do, but they don't think about your relationship in terms of fostering it, nurturing it every day. So letting your partner know that they are the most important thing in your life, that you always have time for them because they're the best part of your day, is and following through on that is really, really important.
I could not agree more, especially in today's world when you always have your phone and that sort of thing attached. And I think that also plays, I think that plays into number 2 with giving the right amount of attention.
Attention is also very important. There's some pretty good research that shows that people are really pretty poor listeners, and you're right, even with the iPhone it's gotten even worse. So making sure that you give active attention to your partner and really stop and listen. Don't talk about yourself and go, oh yeah, but you know what I did. Right. And don't change the topic back to something else, and don't start listening to your phone. Really stop, and there's a couple ways to do that using mindfulness, where you have active, focused attention to your partner without judgment, just listen. And also breathing. If you've noticed that you're kind of geared up and you're wanting to move along, take a breath, stop, listen. It really makes a huge difference in the relationships and how long they last, and how actually they even show that people feel more empathetic and more self-confident knowing their partner's really paying attention to them.
It makes a lot of sense, absolutely. And how about expressing affection?
Affection is another one that we forget, and maybe you do it on Valentine's Day. That's great, nothing wrong with that, but we really need to do it, as you said in the intro. You need to do it every day in small ways, and there's been some researchers done some really beautiful work, up to 15 years of longitudinal research, found that couples who have small, frequent, positive interactions of affection and compliments as well have the enduring relationships. They'll say, obviously you want to tell your partner, I love you, you're beautiful, I'm so happy to see you today, I enjoyed my time with you, you're important to me, I'm so lucky to have you in my life. You really want to let them know these, but even if it's simpler, it can be a pat on the arm on the way down the hallway, it could be eye contact, it could be a smile, a glance, but giving small, constant reminders you're there and you care about them and they're important to you makes all the difference.
Well, everybody wants to feel loved and appreciated, right? That's like basic human instinct. So you want to get that from the person.
We thrive on that as animals. We need that affiliation and affection.
All right, so these next 2, want to make sure hopefully the kids are, at school by now. We're just going to talk a little bit more R-rated, and we're talking about expanding your repertoire as far as being intimate with your partner.
I'm afraid this is the thing I talk about the most when I'm doing in my private practice, almost every day. Couples want to think about sexuality as a linear kind of a thing. You meet, or you're together, you see them in foreplay, intercourse, and they're done, and go to sleep. But no. And if you think of it that way, it's really going to make you disappointed and frustrated, because it gives with expectations of how your body has to perform, how you have to act, and I want you to try and let go of all that goal-orientedness. It causes performance anxiety, performance pressure, insecurity, body image issues, etc. Let all that go and think of sex as being more circular, where you have a number of different kinds of activities you're engaging in, and instead of the goal being the end point we all think of and climax, what we really want to think of is pleasure. The point of being with your partner is pleasure.
We don't have time to get to the last one. We've run out of time, but
just
I know
say the words.
That just continued it when you're talking about sex, the playful, spontaneity, creativity.
Yes, so you can add all of those things to your life, and if you're going to have chocolate, and sprinkles and whipped cream.
Okay, there you go. Dr. Palace available at dreileanpalace.com.